gonna set the scene. It was spring of 2020, and I was a freshman in high school. I had just gotten out of a really, really bad slump. They call it seasonal depression. I wasn't diagnosed, but I had all of the symptoms. Couldn't get out of bed, couldn't get any work done, slept through all of my classes, couldn't eat, and couldn't sleep. It was bad. The way that I got through this was through a specific prompt. So I wrote an example prompt for you, and I want you to do this with me. So this prompt is called the why prompt. You find out the solution to your problem through the question why. So for this example, I wrote, for your big problem at the top, I wrote, I don't like people. Now this is not true, I love people. But if you are a person that does not like people, this can be applicable to you. And here's an actionable step. I'm going to have 2 throughout this video. But this first one, I want you to write this problem at the very top of your page, and I want you to circle it. And then I want you to draw an arrow leading down, and then another one between each of the prompts, so that it should look like this. You see. Now, let's say your big problem is, I don't like people. We would respond to that with why. A response that you might have is, people are annoying and they make me feel anxious. So right now, I want you to write your big problem at the very top of your page. Go grab a notebook, go grab a pen, go grab a pencil, go get stuff done. Because if you don't take action, you're not gonna change. And then, after you write your big problem at the top of the page, I want you to write a why. Why do you feel like such? For this I do not like people example, the why that I presented was, people are annoying and they make me feel anxious. Now, I want you to draw an arrow from this prompt downwards, and then that will lead into your next why. Why do you think that people are annoying? And then I would say, people are annoying because blank. I couldn't come up with anything because I think people are nice. But you may find a reason, or you may find just some sort of logical explanation as to why you think people are annoying. You could say, people are annoying because they are selfish and emotional. Boom. And then you also need to create a why for the 2 statements in there. So people are annoying and they make me feel anxious. So why do people make you feel anxious? For this example, I wrote, people make me feel anxious because I'm scared of what they think. Now, because these are 2, you would circle these right there, and you would draw another arrow down. So you would circle them, draw another arrow down, and you would go into another why, and then so on and so forth, until you find an answer that is suitable. Now, let's explain the benefits of this. When you ask yourself the question why, you always have to come up with a response, and your brain will give you a response if you try hard enough. If you're not getting a response, I need you to take all the distractions out of your room, put on some lo-fi, put on some jazz, put on something that's gonna help you reset, and I want you to just start journaling. After you're done journaling, you can get into the why prompt, because you need to spit those thoughts out on a page. In your why prompts, we need a big problem. We've talked about this. How does this benefit you? Specifically, why are we doing this? Wisdom. I'm gonna tell you 2 stories. First, there was a king before we were all alive, and he was approached by God. God told him, you can have riches, kingdoms, people, women, whatever you like, whatever you ask, I'll grant it. What do you think that the king asked for? The king asked for wisdom. Now, why did he ask for wisdom? Well, I can't tell you exactly why he asked for wisdom, but I will tell you, as soon as he was granted wisdom, come 5 years, he had everything that God was presenting to him through wisdom: money, kingdoms, people, women. Very interesting. That sunshine, it's nice. The other story I have for you is not from a king, but from a philosopher. And this philosopher had a theory of sorts. His theory was that wisdom is something that you find within yourself. Specifically with this journaling prompt, I found it from somebody else, and you found it from me. But the wisdom that it will bring you, you have to find yourself. For example, this is just one out of many notebooks. I have another one sitting over there, actually. I'll bring that and show you. That's kind of like a school notebook as well. But I have all of these pages of journaling. And I'll show you this one as well. Just journaling. This is mostly my goals journal. I highly recommend you get a goals journal. We'll do a visualization exercise as well, so that we can help you meet your goals, because that's very important. I do that with my coaching clients. We do visualizations and we create plans based off the visualizations. Let's get into the visualization, because I believe that this is one of the most important tools that you can use years in order to get to a life that you actually dream of. So, second actionable step. Sit upright with me, breathe fully, and take 3 deep breaths. Real quick. Keep breathing, and I'm going to give you these mind prompts so that you can form a picture in your mind of this visualization. First, I want you to imagine a life where you've achieved your big goal. For me, it is my content creation, my businesses, etc. For you, it could be a life wanting to be social, a life where you have such car, a life where you live in X house, a life where you have a girlfriend, etc. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, we will be using. As you're imagining your big audacious goal being solved, I want you to think about what you see, what you smell, what you hear, how do you feel, who is around you. Make this as vivid as possible. Where are you at? When is this happening? What is the date? Keep visualizing. Make this more grand and more unattainable, and make this as crazy as possible. Maybe you see a life where you have $100,000 spread across your arm. A great money spread, if you will. I want you to visualize for 1 more minute, and I will leave the silence to you. Peaceful. I'm sure you've thoroughly imagined everything, and you've visualized exactly where you want to be and how it will look after you achieve your goal. Third actionable step. Good job. Write everything that you saw, everything that you heard, the entire visualization I want on these 2 pieces of paper. Come on, put on your lo-fi, put on whatever you need so that you can fill out these 2 sheets of paper with your visualization in whole. If you need more than 2 sheets, that's fine. However many you need to fill up your visualization. I want you to rip these pages out. Make sure that you don't damage the wood. Let's say I wrote it on these 2 sheets. In theory, here are my visualizations. What I would do in order to get the effects is hang this up on my wall or somewhere that I can see it every day. And then every time I see it, iterate this visualization as to reprogram your subconscious. We'll call that 2 journaling prompts for Writing Prompt Sunday. That is it. If I added value to you, you can add value to me by sharing, liking, and subbing. I do coaching, and if you're interested in working with me one-on-one, and if you want to break out of your shell and into the social realm, click that top link in the description, book a call with me. That is all for today. Enjoy your journaling prompts and make some progress. Have a good day.